Welcome back to another episode of The Canon. This week we'll be doing a Comic-Con recap. Alright, so for this video we're going to be recapping the DC news from Comic-Con, which we so gladly didn't go to, but we followed it online like everybody else. First up, Sal, we had a Suicide Squad, I don't know what to call this. It was like a final soundtrack remix. Then it was
it's like a final thank you to all the fans. I think.
Yeah, it was a whole age presentation trailer, if you want to say, that featured all songs from the soundtrack. But people are calling it the final trailer, as if we needed another one. But let's talk about it. What'd you think?
And there wasn't too many things new about it. There were some aspects and different shots and stuff, and like you said, added in more of the music. I can't really remember anything that stood out to me that already has stood out to me. I don't know, it's just kind of, you know, the final trailer, that's all it was, so yeah, I don't really have much to say about it.
And it's coming out next week.
Yeah, I'm ready to go see it already, but they are coming out with a lot of TV spots in the last few days.
You know, I think, you know, the trailer wasn't too much special. We get new dialogue from Amanda Waller, seems like every time though.
Yeah.
Little bit in bit, we're getting context to what the actual story is. But I will say, like, I'm feeling like this point is it's too much marketing. Like I've already said, it's been heavy, and so I really thought it was an awkward position for Comic-Con. With coming like a few weeks before the movie came out. So I'm like, you know, are they really going to show us anything? Are they going to do much, or are they just going to let it breathe? And they gave us more, and I'm just like, okay, it comes out next week. I'm ready to just stop hearing stuff. Like, honestly, when I turned on the trailer the first time, I saw like the bar scene. I was like, nope, turned it off. I was like, I do not want to ruin that bar scene.
Well, they do say something in there that kind of doesn't give anything away, but it kind of does.
Talks about the story. Yeah, I don't want to go into it for people that
I don't want you to kill me after last.
No, I saw it.
Oh, okay.
So it's just, and I regretted it, but I'm just like, okay, yeah, see, that's why I'm just good on hearing all this stuff.
I don't think they would have showed that had it. I think that's an earlier act in the movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, obviously, but
still,
still.
I think they would have been better served to just like show 15-20 minutes of the movie to the fans in Hall H, not us, to the Hall H fans, and be done, and have the cast come out and all that. But yeah, the trailer was unnecessary. But you know, it was nice to hear the music. But I don't know, it was nothing special, like you said. But that cast, man, they're having fun. Like we talked about before, you could tell cast that had a real experience on the movie. I've been watching on Conan O'Brien, you know, these other late shows now that they're promoting it. So I'm at Comic-Con. They seem to have a good, you know, chemistry about them. Everybody kind of, well, besides Jared Leto, everybody kind of likes working with them, so that was cool to see.
It was cool. They were on Conan. I know you sent it to me. That and I forgot her real name, but Katana. I forgot the actress's name, but she was saying how it was like to meet Jared Leto for the first time, but he's always in character. And I would love to get. I don't think they have it, but I'd love to get some video of him around set and how he interacted.
It'll probably be on Blu-ray.
Maybe.
Maybe. Kind of like they had with Heath Ledger's. They had a bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff. But yeah, if you watch that Conan clip, the intro really carefully, I think it's at 55 seconds. Cara Delevingne is just doing this.
Is she?
Like, and then once the music stops, she goes. I was like, I read it in the comments, like everyone in the comments was saying it. So I went back and I was like, oh my god. So these people are the worst, literally. Alright, so moving on, next up, Wonder Woman. Next up in the DC lineup, and next up on our trailer lineup. Yeah. We get a full-fledged trailer. We already talked about a couple weeks ago, the writers being revealed. It's pretty clean cut and to the point. This is the trailer. This is our first look at Wonder Woman. What'd you think of it?
I thought it was action-packed. I thought the action was amazing. We didn't get too much what the story it's gonna be. I think that's going to be saved for obviously the next trailer when it gives. That's how it usually goes, the overview trailer and then story trailer. But Yeah, I mean, I think what we're really gonna get from this is great action and great action shots. You can definitely tell it's a Zack Snyder story. It's a little bit darker, I think. I think it's a little bit darker. So yeah, that's my initial.
I don't know about story. I don't know what story is, but I will say that the shots look like Zack Snyder. A lot of people say we know Zack's not the director. It's Patty Jenkins. And I haven't seen her work, but I was really shocked to see action, not because she's a woman or anything, but just because from the movies that she has done with not Monster Ball, I think it was just called Monster, with stuff like that. It was more dramas, more dialogue. It wasn't really these big action set pieces. So seeing that looked very 300, but it was just like, wow, I didn't know she had that.
It could be the best of both worlds. It's a great story, great action.
Right.
That's what you want from a movie.
Right. But yes, okay. Overall, best trailer I've seen in I don't know when. Like this is better than Civil War's trailer, the first trailer, which I thought was amazing and probably better than the movie. But this, oh my god, you talked about the story with Zach of why her costume was all dark now because of all the blood. She didn't clean that bad boy off, because seeing bright colored, full-fledged Wonder Woman, first of all, is amazing in itself, but seeing it dropped in the middle of a period piece war, it just stands out. You got everybody, in this dark clouds, gun smoke, and you see this glowing gold lasso.
Oh, that was the best part. Like, that lasso, they got it on point.
Oh,
it was great.
And we seen in the featurette a while back, we saw kind of that one scene where she's in that little house fighting those dudes, but we didn't see as much. So in this trailer, we got to see her fighting a lot more. She's sliding all over the floor.
Skateboard.
Yeah, it was just like, and like usually she has like these, actual boots, like women boots, but these are like armor. And I'm like, what?
When they showed her walking, looks really different.
Slow. Yeah, but then you see her sliding all over the place, and you realize why she has those. And I was just like, oh my god. You see her slap that like grenade thing, then she like breaks that dude's gun with her.
I didn't know what I had to go watch it a second time because I didn't know what happened.
Oh my god, like Gal Gadot, and still to this day we have not seen a lot of dialogue from that movie with her. So we, the jury's still out, but man, is she pulling off the action part of Wonder Woman, and I did not think she would, and I still don't think she's like the Wonder Woman I'd imagine, but she's our Wonder Woman now. Yeah. It was just like mind blowing.
And I guess we did get a little bit more into the story, even though I said we didn't, but it's very hinged on the relationship between Steve Trevor and Wonder Woman. And I didn't think it was going to be that much, and obviously we still don't know the story, but it seems like that's at the forefront of this story. So it's going to be interesting to see just how much they get into a relationship and how that affects the rest of the movie going forward.
Probably because, remember people, Jeff Johns is a writer on this. This is straight out of the comics, DC. Like, her and Steve Trevor have this, relationship. We're not talking New 52 Wonder Woman and Superman are in love. We're talking the old school Wonder Woman. Steve Trevor being her bridge to the man's world. Yeah. The only thing, so a few things I thought was weird is that we see her mom, kind of talking to her before she leaves. And I always thought, and when I'm writing my Wonder Woman stories, the mom would be a lot more hesitant to let her go.
Yeah, it did seem like
it's just like she was like, "Mom, I'm leaving." Okay, well, I love you. Be careful.
Where you kind of sometimes want that, that friction between
the two identities. Like we got Aquaman torn between Atlantis and the Earth. We got Superman torn between trying to be normal, be a god. All these people run through that, and so Wonder Woman is always her. Attachment to the Amazons and then her attachment to man world, and like her mom just like let her go because their whole existence is no men and no man allowed and all that. So it was weird that it seemed from the trailer she
Yeah.
just let it go.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
But the Amazons fighting. Oh my God.
The one shot stands out in my mind is when the Amazons are on their well, that too, but when they're on their horses in slow motion coming wherever they're fighting, is just like, wow.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
They look scary. She's not Zeus's daughter, so we well, maybe they'll get more into it, but she's not Zeus's daughter. You know, she said Zeus brought me to life, so it wasn't like that's my dad. So yeah, we got a little bit into what it's gonna be. But lastly, I'll say I can't deny watching it from start to finish. I was like, man, this is like Captain America. I was like, this is exactly like. Now we know they didn't copy each other and all that stuff. We know comics were old and all that, and that's just their story.
Yeah.
But I can't help but notice. I was like, man, this is like a better version of Captain America because she looks cooler.
Yeah.
In the fight.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll see Steve Trevor being an older version in the present, like we saw.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too.
What's the Carter's name? Is it Peggy?
Oh, Peggy Carter.
Yeah, so we saw her old self, and then she finally died. Maybe we'll see that.
Yeah, I was wondering that. So.
Yes. Oh, okay. Anyway, so the granddaddy, the one nobody was expecting.
No.
I can't believe I'm going to say it. We got a freaking booster go. Oh, I'm just joking. Justice League. Some people are getting offended calling this a trailer. It's not a trailer. It's just footage. It's not put together. It's a trailer to me. Trailer. They got music. It's cut in a certain way. It may be rough and early, but I'm calling it a trailer. Everyone's like, it's just footage.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a trailer, and no one knew that we were getting this. We all thought that we were getting one of the scenes, Batman meeting Barry Allen, or
the rooftop.
Yeah, the rooftop with Gordon. But yeah, this was. I was like, I saw it on Facebook, and I was like, what? Wait, what? What? I had to like make sure, and then I was like, oh my god! And I turned on my TV, turned on PlayStation. I had to watch it on the big screen, and I was just like. In disbelief the whole time, and they gave us so much. Did not think that they would have given us that much, even if they did give us somewhat sort of a trailer. So, but I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, man. They've been shooting for over 3 months, so it's not a shock that they could give us something like this.
But it's shocked that they would give us something.
Yeah, like yeah. Like you said, I thought a panel and maybe one of those scenes, would be the route they went. But hey, they came to steal the show. This is all part of DC's train, trying to get back on the tracks. They want to win the fans over. I'm more shocked that they put it online for everyone to see. And like, I don't know, maybe Comic-Con was better this year. I haven't seen any leaked anything this year.
Yeah, no, you usually saw it the day of, and I haven't seen anything.
So, and I know it wasn't official Warner Brothers when I watched it, but by the end of the night, Warner Brothers put it up. So, but it was still the actual trailer.
Yeah.
I don't know how those people get it, but so anyway, I was like watching it, and every time I see this stuff, I'm like, especially if it's not official, I'm like, oh, it's some fan-made crap. And when it came on, I was like, oh, it's fan-made. I was like, this isn't Justice League. And I was like, what is this? This looks like Harry Potter or something. It was all dark, all these people just standing there, some dudes talking. And then you see Bruce.
Yeah, with a beard.
Then you see Aqua. Oh my god.
He just turns around, everything goes silent. He says speak, or he says talk, whatever.
Yeah. But I'm going to be shocking here. I didn't love it.
You didn't love it?
Did not love the trailer.
Why?
I liked it. Okay. I mildly liked it. It just did not feel like Justice League.
I know why.
Okay, I'm glad you got a reason. We'll get to yours because I was talking with my younger brother afterwards and everything. We both were kind of on the same page, and I was just like, what about this trailer just doesn't feel right? And two things. I'm sad. I won't say happy. I'm sad to report that my fears about Ben Affleck have come true in full fruition. In BVS, you got not so much, but I would say a good balance of Batman, where it's like, yes, Ben Affleck, he can do Batman. And when you saw Bruce, it wasn't a lot of Bruce. And I was just like, because even in those small moments, I'm like, oh, it's Ben Affleck. This trailer was Bruce, and I'm like, that is Ben Affleck. Oh my God, stop talking, dude. I don't want to hear you.
Yeah.
Secondly, I just think you didn't see them in familiar Justice League places. And I think that was one big thing. Like, you open up that shot some random place. Flash was never known for having some underground cave lab. He was usually at Star Labs, or, you know, he's a detective. Cyborg, we don't know where he's at. Even the Batcave shot with him and Wonder Woman, it didn't look like the Batcave from BVS.
Yeah.
And so, and of course we don't have a watchtower right now, but you didn't see them in familiar DC places, so I just think, like, we didn't see Gotham, we didn't see Metropolis. I think that was the reason I'm like, this doesn't feel like Justice League. It feels like these characters placed in some other movie, and that is the only reason I can really think of.
Well, you brought up the point about Ben Affleck, and this wasn't originally one of my points, but I can agree with you that he doesn't seem like Bruce Wayne. In this trailer,
especially with the beard.
No, not even with the beard. I don't care about looks, but just like he's more outgoing. In this
social.
In this he's a lot more social. So it just kind of, it didn't seem like Bruce Wayne, which we don't know the whole movie yet.
But you know what? Now I think about it, I'm sorry. Bruce Wayne, or whoever you want to call him, Bruce Wayne, especially 20-year vet. When if you know him going out to do anything as Bruce Wayne? Wouldn't it be bad? Like, if you're gonna show up in Barry Allen's place, wouldn't you be Batman?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, maybe the Aquaman I could kind of get because it's during the day, but like the other stuff, I'm like, wouldn't you be Batman?
Yeah, and we don't know. That's the whole part. We don't know the whole story and this iteration on him, and yeah, I get that. I understand that. But yeah, he just didn't have that Bruce Wayne feel to me, and I think I'm gonna have to wait out to see where they're going with it. But other than that, I don't know. It's just, if this was 6 months ago, before BVS came out, before everyone had a problem with Zack Snyder, before Warner Brothers kind of shifted things behind the scenes, this trailer would not have had that music. This trailer would have 50% less talking, and would have just been slow shots with like epic orchestra behind it, dark, gritty, and it would have been good too, because it's the Justice League. This is the first time the Justice League is on the big screen, and we would have just got some cool shots of, you know, like I just said, with epic music behind it. So I think that right off the bat kind of gives people a different feel, especially, you know, they're going in a different direction. You can totally tell that with this trailer. So I mean, compare the first BVS trailer, the second BVS trailer with this. I think those should have switched places, and I like it.
Sorry, greatest trailer was that trailer, not Wonder Woman.
But yeah, so I think the whole direction change of DC is, you know, you can chalk that up to why you might not have felt the right way.
Okay, so we've said in the past that I think this was where they were going anyway. I don't think Justice League would have been right, just dark and bland. I think they were getting towards this point. Here's my thing. The easiest way to fix this, if they haven't already, and we said this before when they were talking about the 7th, is like, don't make Batman the one making jokes. Like, Batman is dark. Either way you twist it, he's dark. Superman in this version is trying to become more of a hero. Yeah. Now you add in a Barry Allen Flash, a young Cyborg, all that. It's going to be more fun. It's just going to be more hero-y, comic-y, colorful. And so you don't need to change Bruce to get to that point. He should have stayed the same, because now that's going to make Barry Allen pop even more. That's going to make the chemistry between Ray Fisher and Barry Allen, or Cyborg and Barry Allen, pop more, because you got this like brooding, you know, Bruce Wayne that's serious all the time. That's what made Wally West Flash so great in the Justice League cartoon, because Batman was always serious and never smiling. And so that's, I think, is the issue. Like you said, Bruce was just too different, and it's not natural. Like it's a natural progression going. He's trying to put this team together. You got a team of people that aren't as serious, aren't as dark as you, and now you got different dynamics, some fun stuff happens. That's natural. Not all of a sudden, oh, Superman died, now I'm just a different guy. Like,
yeah, I can.
And then the music is a big thing. You're right. Like, none of the DC properties was just like whoever's music on our footage. It was always a score. And of course, the score is the last thing to be done, so that's not done.
Yeah.
But it's like you could add some, like even Wonder Woman, they used her theme music that Hans Zimmer created. So like you could have used something. Like it just didn't feel like Justice League. But okay, Barry Allen, how would you think Flash and all his aspects?
I wish I wouldn't have known about
the scene.
I would have like popped so much harder and just like, and oh my god, that's awesome. So, but other than that, I mean, Barry Allen, they're kind of changing up. He's a little bit of a spaz.
Yeah. He's a nerd.
But I think that's gonna do well. I mean, I liked what he brought so far. And I know we didn't get a lot from Cyborg. But just that last little scene with Batman, I really liked his portrayal as Cyborg, Ray Fisher. I don't know why, it just was different, and
it was more alpha male.
He's very soft spoken, and in like the cartoons and the animated series, he's like this like Wonder Boy kind of guy in a way. I think sometimes, but again, that might just because he's starting out too. If I was a cyborg, I'd be a little bit dreary a lot of the time too. I'm not sure how I feel about how he looks though.
Oh my god.
He looks like the Terminator without his skin. Like he just looks too much robot-y.
He looks like Megatron. Like
yeah.
Not this good CG kind, like when they had his old Megatron skeleton on the other movies and they like got up close to it, you could tell it's like created. That's what it looks like. It looks crappy.
Yeah.
It doesn't even look like CG, which at this point it might not be done, so they need to add it on. But it looks like he's wearing some, not paper mache, but like some type of weird looking.
He needs like armor to give him more of a human body look.
Yeah, I don't like the way the armor, like it's easy. Yeah, like human body with like armored plates on. It looks
he looks like a robot with a human head on right now.
Yeah, right. It looks like it just put a head on a robot body.
Yeah,
I don't like that. But anyway, the Barry Allen, yeah, it's different. And I don't necessarily love it, but it does make it very different from the TV show, which is the biggest thing I've been waiting to see. And so him being this really nerdy spaz does make it different from the show. So okay, I'm cool with that. But it's weird to me in that footage, we see him looking like Ezra Miller. He's looking like a stoner. And now in this, he looks like, I don't even know. He's all cleaned up, preppy.
Like a pretty boy.
And I'm like, wait, what happened to the other dude? And then I'm not a fan of the way the Speed Force is being portrayed.
Really?
Like that CG might be done later, but it's weird that there's lightning shooting out everywhere just
I wonder if they can see that, people who aren't using the Speed Force. That's what I was always wondering. Like, can Bruce Wayne see this like big pop of lightning really quick? Like, I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, if they're going to do it when you have his point of view in the Speed Force, okay. And then most of the other time you just see it as everybody else's point of view where it's fast. Okay. But if it's like that every time, because even later on when we saw him in the suit, he was moving and there was lightning shooting. I was like, what? Wait, whoa, that can't happen every time he moves.
Yeah.
So, like, I didn't like that. Ezra's portrayal, I think I'll be down with it. But not the Speed Force, and then the Ray Fisher suit is
Aquaman, Jesus, I think he's gonna play a huge part, and we kind of already knew that. We kind of heard that it might be like he's very reluctant to be doing this, and we didn't see him in the ensemble when they were all together at the end, so that might play a big part. But yeah, he's been Aquaman for some time. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like being talked to. He doesn't like being found out. He stays in the ocean for a while, and
he shows up to bring fish.
And he shows up to bring food to the people who are in need, which is pretty cool. But yeah, but how he looks with those contacts and just like, and he was swiggling that whiskey, and
that part was random but very cool.
Yeah, and then when the wave came crashing on him I think it was towards the end.
Yeah.
Everything about him looked cool. I mean, I've been pumped since he got casted, so he's playing right now. He's living up to the hype. So
you almost hurt your boy Batman there.
Yeah, I saw that. And then the end, man.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. I know you love that end.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, man, I've been down with Jason Momoa from the start. There's not much to say. Even though we saw him like kind of in this big coat and then like half shirt coming off, we haven't seen him in his like armor yet, but you know he's gonna look sick. I think he's gonna be even better.
Yeah.
But I think Cyborg was kind of the same way, where that's what I felt when he was talking with Batman, whereas like he seemed reluctant too. You know, like I don't really want to be here. He seemed a little more alpha male than the actual Cyborg is, like in the comics.
Yeah, more like a team player. He's in the comics. He's more like a team player.
Yeah, he's like, oh, it's kind of like Flash. Yeah, I'll join. But in this one, he's just like, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
I didn't think you were even real. And then it's just like, okay, that's a little weird. But yeah, I mean, even seeing the ensemble together makes you think like, oh man, what's it gonna look like when Aquaman comes? And then overall, after this trailer, I'm like, oh man, Superman's not even here
Yeah,
yet.
that's what I thought at the end too. I was like, wait a minute, Superman's not here. This is gonna be awesome.
Right, and so it's building up, like, because there's so much going on, you can be invested, and I think that reveal is just gonna be, if they do it right, it can be so powerful. Because then you're like, this is a because it seems like some people like they don't even seem that intimidating or like they know what they're doing. I was like, I think that's the point of this movie.
Oh yeah,
is to show they're kind of a band of misfits almost, and then Superman is the driving force that makes them a Justice League.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, so much. I can't believe we saw that. But yeah. All right.
You want to talk
other
about
news?
TV?
KIERSEY CLEMONS, though. She was confirmed as Iris West. Not technically, Comic-Con was right after, but she's been cast as Iris West, confirmed from Dope. She will be in the Flash movie. And actually, you know, looking at the way Barry Allen is, I could kind of see her being like that.
If she acts like
put
she
together
does
cool chick.
Yeah,
that,
in Dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less lesbian though.
Well, I hope.
But yeah, now I think I think she's not gonna have to. She's not gonna be like Dope. She's gonna.
No, I'm just saying she's kind of like takes control and is confident, and now in this one Barry Allen isn't. So
it'd
be a nice contrast.
So same attitude with a sexy, feminine look, and I think that would be somebody that this Barry Allen would just be head over heels for.
Yeah.
Because he's so nerdy.
Yeah.
Like the man was, I don't know if you noticed, Ezra was like doing a tick.
Was he?
Eye twitch while he was in the Speed Force. I'm like, how are you slowing down time and still twitching? So he's real spastic. But yeah. So that's been confirmed. Outside of that, so real quick, even though Sal doesn't want to, TV shows, we saw some Comic-Con trailers for the upcoming seasons. Arrow season 5 is coming up. Not the biggest fan of Arrow, but I watch, and it seems like season 5 is kind of, I don't know, I really don't. I know the flashback series though, so every season we keep having flashback to what happened to Oliver Queen to make him the Arrow. I think is absolutely annoying. But this season we're gonna finally figure out how he became part of the Russian mafia, and it includes a lot of Fight Club scenes, and so that's gonna be kind of cool. And there's some new recruits. All his people are kind of scattered, so we got all these new young crime fighters that he's gonna train up. It looks really, oh god, I don't want to see that, but yeah, so that's what the Arrow's up to, and there's a new Archer, so it looks like we're getting away from this magical stuff, which thank god. I think you had a way you could have did it right with Constantine and what's that chick's name, the lady magician that hangs with Batman, Zatanna, even though they didn't use her, but I think there was a way you could have did, even with the demon, but they didn't go that far, so it was just real sloppily done. So they're getting away from the magic, more back to the practical fake Batman ripoff type stories. Flash season 3, Flashpoint. Oh my god, now this trailer starts off basically showing how the season ended. Then it does a reverse, it's like everything that happened got taken away. Barry's at home, his parents are there, he's happy, he's like, yes. Reverse Flash is locked up in some cave, I don't know where he is. But then we start seeing everything. Iris doesn't know who Barry is. Joe West doesn't know who Barry is.
Yeah.
Cisco is like a billionaire,
Yeah,
like Tony Stark. I don't know where Caitlyn is. She's probably Killer Frost, most likely. So no one knows who Barry is. And like everything he had is undone except for he has his mom. Wally West is the Flash. There's some new Dark Flash or Speedster. So it's just absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I don't know how long they're gonna stay in the Flashpoint until they switch. I don't know if that's all season or midway they go back. But I can't wait. I don't think they can stay in Flashpoint too long, because we miss our character. We grew to love our Cisco, our Caitlyn, and Joe the way they are. And so kind of like with Earth 2, that was like 2-3 episodes. And it was fun, but we went back. Like, we can't stay in Flashpoint all season, I'm thinking. But at the end, that's part of the trailer. You got Reverse Flash locked up in the cage, and he's just like, now who's the villain, Flash? Now who's the villain? And I was like, oh my God, that's true. Like, Barry, you ruined everything.
Yeah.
And like, it's your fault. And so, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go down, but this is going to be a crazy season. Does that excite you? Would you, and the other part, I think if you didn't watch the other Flash seasons, I still think you could walk in on Flash season 3 and be cool, because these are all new. So really everything before you don't need to know. And so I think you could come in as a new fan and really enjoy it.
Maybe I'll do that. I did watch the last few with you, so.
Yeah, Flash is crazy, man. Yeah, I think that's it for the DC.
Not much, but big.
Yeah. So Sal doesn't have one, but I'm gonna give my Comic-Con Smackdown of the week. This Smackdown is for the CW TV show Legends of Tomorrow. As you just saw, I gave a little recap of these other CW shows from the DC world, giving us some flavor from next season. Legends of Tomorrow. Why did you show us a trailer full of footage from season 1 with literally no new footage? Just little clips of old stuff we already saw. We're going to have to save the timeline. This is going to be a big battle. And it's just pictures and videos of battles that you already had. We've seen that. How does that make me want to watch season 2? Everyone, I don't care. You all stopped at the same point. Every other show has all this new footage they filmed. Where's your crap at? Where is your footage? I have to give you I don't even know. What's the best? I'm gonna give you a Hollywood Hulk Hogan leg drop to the throat for that. Oh, bring your game next year if you don't get canceled. All right, so that has been the episode. Sal, where can people find us?
You can find us on Twitter at The Canon Blog, or on Facebook, facebook.com/The Canon.
Also, check out our video recapping the Marvel Comic-Con news. And remember, if you heard it here, it's canon.